Okay, sorry. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So,
Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
so we have so while we talk, I'm also going to record this episode. Then afterward, we'll share a link because a lot of people may not be able to attend right now while we're doing this. So we'll do a two double dose.
Yes.
Very nice.
Okay. And so because we mostly target to the Chinese speaking customers and perhaps also some real estate agents here. So throughout the process, we might chat with you in English, but sometimes, a lot of time, probably Donna, we also would speak in Chinese.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
No
Okay.
problem.
好，那我们就是先请这个Don，就是跟我们就是做一下介绍，然后呢我们会才开始进入这个，然后在这边如果说有现场的朋友慢慢就是 sometimes they pop in and out， 如果他们也想要问问题的话 ，if you want to have a question， 包括这个我们 Manhattan Square 这个我们今天要讲的主题的话，你可以用这个 Q&A，you can use the Q&A session，okay？
Okay. Yeah. So I'm so happy to have this opportunity to meet with all of you on internet. So first of all, I have to thank Ann Chum, the president of J Stone Real Estate, for organizing this very special online lecture. So of course, today's our special guests are Christina and Kat, the sales director from the One Manhattan Square. So One Manhattan Square is a very famous building right now. Everybody know. So even I live in Staten Island, so I can see the building from Island. Yeah.
Yes.
So now it's very famous. And also it's developed by very famous developer Extell. So today I think Anne, Christina, and Kat will introduce One Manhattan Square. And also I think they will bring a very exciting news, right? We just heard there is a big incentive for One Manhattan Square. So before start, I think, Anne, do you have the video to share with everybody, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So 在我们开始之前呢，我想 Anne 首先有一段关于 One Manhattan Square 的这个 video， 然后给大家分享一下。So Anne.
好 ，Okay. So let me share the video.
Okay.
Hello. So this time, were you able to see the video?
Yes.
But not very smooth.
Yes. Maybe next time we could do just the images, right? The amenity images.
Yeah.
Next time.
So the video, the flow wasn't so smooth. It was
it looked great. It still looked great. I mean, you can get a really good sense of the amenities. It's a vast amenities package. I love seeing that video because, you know, we haven't been on site in those spaces doing regular tours. So it was really, I love the amenities. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I see that again.
And we have links where we can share that video and, you know, and it's through Vimeo. So we can share links to the videos, to model residences. We have all of our tools ready to go.
Okay, so basically that we know, Don just mentioned, One Manhattan Square is the new iconic luxury building. You pretty much, you can see it everywhere, even from Staten Island, or I took the ferry, I see, oh, there's One Manhattan Square. Or every time I'm walking around the, you know, the Hudson River down to East River, far away, that's One Manhattan Square. And I would take a picture of it. So, and before we enter, we're going to introduce you again. And maybe Christina and Kat, you can tell us about you, and then we can enter our first questions.
Okay. Kat, do you want to go first?
Sure. So I'm Kat Liu. I have been at One Manhattan Square. I'm a sales director here. I've been at One Manhattan Square for almost the entire time of the project, since December of 2017. We launched November of 2016. My career in real estate spans for, I want to say, about 14 years in new development. So I've seen the different cycles up and down through New York City, and it's been really amazing. But I'm very happy at One Manhattan Square, working for Extell, the best developer in the city. So it's been a great ride.
Thank you. And then we will have Christina.
Yeah, I'm Christina
So
Medina.
Christina, before you introduce yourself, so I just want to ask you a question to make sure. So your background is very familiar for me. So is One Manhattan Square? Is it? So
am I in One Manhattan Square? Yes, I'm an owner.
You're moving in Manhattan Square, right?
Yes, we closed just 2 months ago. So we haven't had a chance to like get the decorator in and make it our own. But yes, I'm in One Manhattan Square and I love my view. So
yeah,
beautiful.
you truly love One Manhattan
I do.
Square. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I sold myself. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Christina Medina. I've been in real estate working strictly on site for 7 years. I've been at One Manhattan Square for 4 years. I'm also one of the sales directors here. And I was actually here from the very beginning. I took the first appointment the day after our launch party, and had just started with Extell literally like 2 days before. So I'm not afraid to jump in, that's for sure. But this project has been incredible. This was really an exciting opportunity for me to work on something that is so known worldwide and just awe-inspiring. When you see this building, just like you said, Anne, like you drive down the street or driving across one of the bridges and you see the building and it's incredible. And now I'm seeing it in movies. So it was definitely an honor to be a part of this project and an opportunity I did not want to miss.
Yeah. So Aaron, so do you think we have to translate something for Chinese audience in Chinese?
Yes, yeah, Dom, please go ahead and once again, it's very my honor and pleasure to always have Don. That everybody knows about Don, Mr. Don Chen from Sinovision. He is the most popular, welcome and admire host for real estate show. And so thank you for all the time, for that making time to do this with us.
Okay, thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne. It's my honor. It's my honor. 那今天这个讲座呢是玉石不动产的这个 Anne Chang， 他也是创始人那发起的。因为今天我们邀请了2个非常重要的人物，就是 One Manhattan Square 的2个销售总监，一个是 Christina， 一个是 Kat， 来给我们做一个非常好的一个介绍。因为 One Manhattan Square 这个大楼可以说是纽约现在最受瞩目的一个新的一个楼盘，那非常受大家的欢迎，尤其是我们一些华人的买家都非常关注这个楼。那今天我们在这个特殊的情况下，通过这样的一个线上的一种交流，来介绍这个 One Manhattan Square。最主要的目的是 One Manhattan Square 现在有一个非常大的一个消息，等一下要和大家一起分享。那刚才呢，首先介绍的一个是 Christina， 一个是 Kat， 他们都是在 One Manhattan Square 做销售总监，已经有很长一段时间，所以对这2个大楼可以说是非常非常的了解，而且有很深的感情。刚才 Christina 特意提到说，她自己不仅从第一天就开始介绍这个大楼，那么她现在自己也搬进了这个大楼去居住。所以你看看，一个销售总监，只有对自己这个大楼确实感觉到喜欢，他才会说我也要搬进来，我也要住进来。所以真的要恭喜Christina。那下面我们可能要开始来访问一下 Anne、Christina 还有 Kat， 他们对于这个楼盘都非常非常的熟悉。所以我想 Anne， 我们现在是不是可以开始来提问题了？
Yeah. So
Okay.
we can start. So now everybody see this One Manhattan Square. Also in our Chinese community, in the Asian community around, Chinatown, Lower East Side, like we know about it. However, there are still many people haven't, gotten to the building. And I personally am very excited. I love this building. And so that's why we also, do some activity here. But can you give us a quick fast fact about the building so we can have a good general sense?
Yeah, so I think we can start from Christina.
Okay. Well, as you mentioned, this is an Extell development. Their name is synonymous with quality, choice, and excellence. They're very beautiful high-end condo developers in New York City. Central Park Tower and 157 are just a couple examples, but very prolific. One Manhattan Square is 80 stories tall. We're right on the Lower East Side waterfront. As I mentioned earlier, the views are incredible, just like spectacular views that you cannot get anywhere else in the city because of our unique positioning. We're on a 2-acre footprint. We have 100,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenities and a 20-year 421A tax abatement. Part of those amenities are also an acre of private garden that spirals around the building, also gorgeous. And I feel like I missed something else. Oh, our common charges are incredibly low. That's really important. So you get a 20-year tax abatement, discounted taxes for 20 years, plus common charges average about $1.24 a square foot. So all in with the taxes, about $1.26 per square foot. So incredibly low especially for this kind of luxury.
Okay, yeah. 刚才 Anne 问 Christina 的第一个问题就是说，可不可以给我们一个总体的一个介绍，关于这个 One Manhattan Square？ 那 Christina 呢就说到，她总的介绍一下，这个大楼呢一共是有80层，有815套单元。那这个大楼呢非常吸引人的就是它的 location， 它的地理位置。它的地理位置呢就在东河边，而且主要是在下东城的东河边。等一会儿呢我们会具体的来介绍说这个 location 为什么是这么的一个特殊，这么一个特别。那 Christina 也提到了整个的这个 amenity， 就是它的设施可以说是全纽约最齐全的这么一个设施大楼。一共有10万平方尺的室内和室外的这样一个活动的一个空间，所以这个是非常难得的。 那么另外呢，他刚才也提到了说，这个大楼的开发商也是非常有名的 Extell， 而且他开发了现在非常有名的大楼，比如说中央公园1号，过去的157，这个都是由 Extell 来开发的。那么同时他也提到了说，这个大楼虽然这么豪华，但是它的 common charge， 它的 maintenance fee 可以说是非常非常的优惠的。那他刚才特意提到说，这个大楼还享受了20年的减税。20年的这个减税，等一会儿我们也可以请嘉宾来介绍一下这个为什么会这个大楼会有20年的减税。那么这个减税使得你的维持费怎么样低于其他的一些楼盘。那么这个都是刚才 Christina 提到的一些这个大楼的一些重点。那么第二个问题呢，我想问 Kat。So the second question I want to ask the Kat. So everybody said what Anne?
当所以呢，我现在荧幕上。
对荧幕上已经打出来了，对，可以看得到，可以看得到，对。
对，我就先跟大家给大家看一下哈。This is what Christina just mentioned. You can see the screen. 这个大楼的一个就是 summary 哈状况。对 ，You can see 的大楼是823英尺高，然后呢，总共有815套的这个公寓，80层楼。然后呢，有7个电梯楼，因为很多人的就是question about how you have so many units that would I always have to wait for the elevator. So here you go, this answer. Maybe Christina can and Kat can tell us about it later. 然后呢，有2 service elevator. We can have maybe Kat or Christina, you could just go through this with us. It will be easier. So we look at the number and everybody can have a better idea. Yeah.
Kat, do you want?
Sure. I'm sorry, the question, you want me to just go through the fast facts?
Yeah, I think that would be easier for everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, we rise, we're a glass modern tower over 800 feet. We are 80 stories tall with 815 residences with a mix of 1s, 2s, and 3 bedrooms. We have, one of the biggest takeaways is that we have 100,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenities. The indoor amenities are fully completed, as you can see in the video in the beginning. We are on our way of completing the outdoor amenities and are projected to open later this summer. As far as the biggest takeaway is really the 20-year tax abatement. So we're averaging about 2 cents per foot. So you're looking at 1 bedrooms for 12 years. The first 12 years, it's fixed at the mini tax. 1 bedrooms would start right about $13 per month for 12 years. The 2 bedrooms would start right about $19 per month for 12 years. And 3 bedrooms, you're looking at about $30 per month. So that's for the taxes. And then with the monthly common charges, it's still quite low for everything that you are getting in the building. Full service luxury building, 100,000 square feet of amenities, and that would be all included in the common charges.
And as you saw on those amenities, the building tour, the virtual tour, we have a lot of amenities and they're all activated with events and programming, free classes. It's a full lifestyle amenities programmed package.
So how about the 100 parking lot? So we just see, so the building has the parking space, right? It's for rent or for purchase?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Anne.
I was just that parking in Chinese is dimension 就说停车位是用租的还是用卖的？对。
So
parking will be available for rent.
Okay. Yeah.
That is through the outside vendor, the third-party vendor.
Exactly.
Okay.
We also have storage in the building for purchase.
What kind of price range?
They're averaging, I would say the majority of the storage units would be about 25 square feet, 5 by 5, going up to about 7 feet tall. And they would start at $50,000. And then there is a $1 per square foot maintenance fee. So something that's 25 square feet would be $25 per month for maintenance.
Okay, so some people were asking, what about the bike storage?
We probably have the largest bicycle storage I've ever seen in my entire life. It's I think it's around 6,000 square feet. It's enormous.
Yeah. I think it's over 450 bike racks.
Yeah, it's
for the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think now people probably are very interested. We got into a very small detail now. I'm going to bring everybody back from the entrance to introduce the big structure. 从这个大的结构来开始，然后再介绍小细节。So, my first, I want to bring back our beginning first question. So we know the building is completed. And the amenities are just newly finished. And there are so many residents in there already. I myself know many owners there. They are all very, very happy. We will share why they are happy. So now we just look at the facts about the building. So can you tell us, just let's give, what I want to do is give everybody a general sense about the building history. That when the building started completion, construction, and when did it complete it, and then when the overall all the amenity will be finished, and then what you want to lead us to the apartment in a mix for everybody to have a general sense, and then we can maybe also get into the views of a certain units, and yeah, is that good?
Yes. Yeah. So who do you want to ask the question? Who want to answer the question? Kat?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, Kat.
I can answer. So we broke ground in summer of 2015. Sales launched officially November of 2016. So it's been a little over 3 years. We moved into the building last April, which was first closings. We worked bottom going up. So it took about a full year last year to close every residence that were in contract. And so we're officially in the building as of last April. And like I mentioned, the amenities are fully completed as of December of last year. And we're working on the outdoor amenities currently.
Okay.
We started closings last April, so it's been official here. Yeah.
所以刚才我翻译一下刚才的 Anne 的问题呢，就是说这个大楼什么时候建的，然后现在已经是建好了，然后什么时候大家可以搬进去。那实际上这个大楼呢是从2017年开始销售，当时销售的时候呢这个大楼还在建设的过程中，所以我和 Anne 当时去采访这个大楼的时候，都是在这个大楼以外的另外一个销售中心我们去做一个采访，去看那个样板间。那像这个大楼呢是在去年的4月份已经是完全建好，那么可以搬进去了。所以第一批的住客呢，已经是4月份搬进去了。那么现在陆陆续续呢，都在有客人搬进去。Anne 刚才也特别提到了，他有很多的客人现在也搬到这个大楼，而且住得非常非常开心。等下有可能请 Anne 来介绍一下他的客人住在这个大楼里面到底是怎么一个开心，怎么一个感谢你的哈。等下要分享一下。那我想下面一个问题呢，我也想问一下 Christina， 因为现在很多人买这个大楼都知道说这个大楼本身的 quality 非常的重要。那这个 quality 有的时候很大的程度就是看谁是这个开发商。哎，你说对不对？我可不可以问这个问题？Yeah. So Christina, so now the buyers purchase some buildings, some condominium. So they also want to see who is the developer. So the tracking records is very important for some buyers. So you just mentioned the developer is Extell. So could you share some information about us, about the developer?
Well, as I had mentioned, Extell is one of the most prolific developers in New York City. It was founded by Gary Barnett, who really truly is a visionary in the industry. Gary, basically, just like One Manhattan Square, where we started developing in an area where there was no new development for the last 50 years, He also basically kickstarted 57th Street, as billionaires know, as we know it now, with 157. So it was projects like these going into areas that had not seen like luxury new development. That's kind of his thing. He goes into those places, he breaks ground, builds beautiful towers, luxury towers, and other developers follow. So he's established himself as a very well-respected developer in New York City and beyond. Has a project in Utah, as well. But great developer, great reputation. I know a lot of people get fearful when they're buying new developments, especially early on in pre-construction phases. And I feel like we always have such an amazing sellout, because like the early on selling or the sales effort is tremendous just because of the reputation. We have a lot of people that are called Extell loyalists who come from other Extell condo developments where they purchased, or maybe they were renting in one of the luxury rental buildings and decided when they were purchasing that they would buy from Extell. And we've seen a lot of that overlap, people coming from Extell's luxury rental project in Hudson Yards, 55510, EVGB, because they know the developer, they know the quality that they're gonna get, they know the level of service that they're going to get within the building, and it stands apart, you know, and that's what people remember. Reputation is incredibly important.
Yeah.
Yeah. 当大家在买这个新建物的时候呢，因为我们大家知道说，常常新建物都是在这个还没有这个大楼还没开始盖的时候，就开始依照这个 floor plan 来卖啊。
对。
那所以呢，开发商的这个信誉，还有开发商过去的一个历史，一个就是说什么样的楼，它盖的这个信用，还有品质如何，这个都是非常非常重要的。那为什么就是说现在呢 ，One Manhattan Square 它不但是盖好了，而且它的品质呢是有目共睹的。所以呢，就是我自己本身也是很就是说觉得说本身它开发商呢，Extell 是全美顶尖的开发商啊。然后那个品质呢，大家是可以看得到的，已经完成了，你买家就不会觉得好，也不确定性说我是盖这个图纸，这个到时候真正的空间 the usable square feet 就是跟这个 much different from the floor plan 就不会有这样一个很大落差了，这样子，对。
对，是因为我和你曾经都去过它的销售中心，还有现在的大楼。每次完了以后，我们都会交流说，哇，真的是建得好棒啊！特别是进了它这个 lobby 这个大堂，包括 amenity， 真的是给人家非常非常深刻的一个印象。所以刚才 Christina 也提到了说，实际上很多 local 的一些租客或者是当地的美国人，他们曾经都是租在这个 Extell 的一些租赁大楼里面。那现在听说他们已经有一个这么好的一个大楼，都从原来的租赁大楼要搬过来去买，就是跟着它，就是一种忠实的这样的一个等于说像观众一样的，他可以忠实的追随这样一个品牌，对不对？是不是这样？
对，是的，是的，对。
对。
待会呢，慢慢我可以跟大家分享一下，就是说这个楼呢，从外面搬进来的住户呢，也吸引了一些就是说新族群呀。
OK， 好的，对。那下一个问题呢，我就是很想问的就是说，大家买楼的时候都是很关注地点。到底这个楼建在什么地方，对不对？这是一个买楼的最主要一个考量的一个因素。所以第二问题呢，我就想问 Kat. So the second question I want to ask Kat. So everybody said location, location, location. So how special the One Manhattan Square location? Yeah. Could you tell me something about the location of the One Manhattan Square? Yeah.
Yeah. So I myself live in the Lower East Side. I've actually been in this area for, I would say, close to 10 years. I live in, one of the co-op projects in the area. So I've had the luxury of really experiencing this neighborhood. It's very residential compared to, other parts of, New York City where people are familiar with more midtown or areas where it's a lot busier. I love this area for the fact that it's very residential, but you also have, conveniences of restaurants, bars. There's, a really wonderful nightlife here. But this is really the last pocket of Manhattan to finally change over. So if you take, many different neighborhoods like Tribeca, West Chelsea, 10, 15 years ago, where they were, and, and what made them change was really all the new developments going into those neighborhoods and changing the neighborhood and making, buyers feeling that it's much more developed. So this area is really the last pocket of Manhattan to finally develop. We haven't seen any new developments in the last 50 years. So, we're coming in, we're the first of our kind, but it's really wonderful. You have Essex Crossing, which is close to 2 million square feet of new development, commercial, residential, and retail spaces coming into this area. There are projected luxury towers that are coming in to the Lower East Side waterfront as well. And then also the city is investing millions of dollars into the East River Esplanade, adding parks and connecting it to the East River State Park. So it's really, really beautiful. You have to come down here and really experience it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Kat, do you think how convenient, so if we live in Manhattan Square and can we walk to the Wall Street, to the downtown? So maybe somebody working in the financial district. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, so as far as public transportation, we are a block and a half from the F train, which runs uptown. It runs along the 6th Avenue line, so we're only a block and a half away from the F train. We do provide a complimentary shuttle service running to the financial district, mornings and afternoons. I don't know if it's happening at the moment right now, but that is something that we are offering. And then also on weekends, we were offering a shuttle running to Union Square round trip during the midday. Mm. So as far as convenience, financial district is right there. If it's a nice day, takes about maybe 20 minutes to walk into the financial district. What I really love about downtown is you have so many different neighborhoods. Oh, I don't know what happened. You have so many different neighborhoods in walking distance, right? So you can access Soho, Nolita, Financial District, South Street Seaport, everything within walking distance. Everything's much closer versus, when you're uptown to cross from west side to east side, it takes a really long time. Mm-hmm. So it's very convenient down here. We're also right off of the FDR. So it's easily accessible going uptown as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So Anne, 我想你应该对这个地点也是非常非常的熟悉，
我昨天还跑过去。
昨天还跑过去 ，OK， 对，所以关于这个地理位置来说的话，在刚刚开始这个大楼建起来的时候，很像社区还有一些不同的一些声音，觉得这个到底地址好不好，会不会太偏，周围的环境会怎么样，所以大家还有一些疑虑。这个地方也非常离这个 Chinatown 也非常的近，那所以这些综合的因素比较起来，所以现在你去怎么评价这个大楼它的地理位置？和其他的大楼相比来说的话，你是怎么看的？
首先呢，我们讲到就是说，刚刚提到，当买家在买一个新建物的时候，除了说开发商的track and record， 还有就是大楼品质你很重要之外呢，一个投资者或是买家，他重视是未来发展的潜力，还有地理位置，房产都是地理位置。那我们首先刚刚这 Kat 呢，有讲到它的地理位置它是我们曼哈顿是一个很成熟的市场。是早就开发的市场，但是在下东城的这个曼哈顿下东城的这一块，下东城、中国城这一块呢，它还有这些还没有，有点像处女地，还没有开发。那呢，东河这一块呢，就是 This is Manhattan， 好，那我叫 my way of
可以这样说，对。
就这一块呢，东河这一块呢，还正在就是说，大家如果现在去看的话，其实今天去看跟去年去看，还有前年去看，每一年都是在往上发展，这很不就是变得很好。就是说，这个这个政府有这个 East River Waterfront 的这个 development 的计划哈，那大家已经看出来了。那所以当一个区呢，它进来盖的时候呢，那时候是还没有发展。Then when you buy in the area that's not developed yet, then you could see 就是 the appreciation potential opportunity. That's what we're talking about right now. 所以它的地理位置呢，提供给买家呢是一个就是说可以很强可看到的一个发展增值的潜力。所以我觉得它基本上呢，就是最升值的这一段呢是很好的。你现在去看的话，河边你看很多人在跑步啊，还有那边一个就是可以看建筑的，还有就是下面这个西坡这个 redevelopment 呢，都已经开始都慢慢已经弄好了这样子。所以呢，升值潜力是很好。那再也就是说地点确切地点位置呢，很多人觉得说，它一般人比较刻板的，就是说早期的印象是觉得说，可是你这个楼旁边是很多的这个比较就是政府的一个属于这个 affordable housing 低收入户，那可能会影响这个楼的就是说这个价值value 或是一个就是说危险性什么之类的。那我们待会可以请就是 Christina 跟我们解释一下。可是呢，我以就是历史的，就是说跟大家分享一下。本身我觉得这不是一个问题啊。那就当你买这个楼旁边，你看旁边这个是我们用2个例子来讲，就是说一个是大家很熟悉的，在法拉盛这个 Skyview Park。好，那 Skyview Park 早期在盖的时候呢，就是2011年成交的时候，那时候呢，当地还没有像这个就是法拉盛 Skyview Park 这样子一个豪华的，就是商住的大楼。那很多买家就觉得说，你这个要经过这个政府的低收入户的话，那是不是不好呀？什么之类的，这是一个很大的一个主因。但是呢，大家今天来看，或是那时候2012年、2013年、2014年哈，就是往前看的时候呢，就发现这个楼其实是热销，那把整个周围的生活品质完全提高了。好，那大家今天所有的在华人圈呢都知道，就是天景豪苑 Skyview Park。曼哈顿也是一样的，曼哈顿早期呢，第一栋楼呢就是有一个就是在Chelsea。就是 Google 大楼的附近，再往兜一点哈，17街，它也是沿着这个周边也是一个就是说 government 的一个 housing 哈，就是 affordable housing 来盖，但是呢，它叫 Caledonia。它今天的证实就是说，这个楼呢不但非常受欢迎，周边呢大家全部都起来了。你看 Google 也都是在那边 ，so it is the same thing happened with Manhattan Square， 就是所以呢，就是我觉得地理位置呢，另外一个就是说，早期我们的生活一直在变，我们的科技一直在变。早期呢，你需要透过这个地铁，但是现在有 Uber。现在有 Via 好搭车，你现在有这个 City Bike， 这个你搭车呢，跟就是说你是不是一定要经过就是经过大楼去这个 Subway， 这个变化都就是这个 combination 都变了这样子。然后呢，新兴人类看这个lifestyle 也不一样了。对，所以我自己本身觉得说呢，One Manhattan Square 它的 location 呢不是一个问题，而且也是挺好。我自己本身呢，像我昨天也是，就是说从这个跑步啦，就是 connection point from the East River, Hudson River, Soho 这样子。对 ，so sorry Christina and Kat, we were just that was checking with me as I'm a broker. So I need to speak from the fact of my point of view about the location. Yeah. And besides, like reconfirm that I think the location is actually pretty good. I also mentioned about one key fact that people are concerned, they might have potential concern about, but the location, One Manhattan Square is built right across from the government affordable, housing. How do you think about that And I will just explain from I provide 2 cases, the luxury project that will actually right across the government housing. But the fact is that it's a proven fact. It actually, because the developer enter and actually, increase, improve the surrounding, the living quality. And people no longer really think that's an issue. And that is actually just happening right now in Manhattan Square. Yeah.
Yes, and I heard your analogy or your comparison to Chelsea, and there are a lot of those types of similarities. Yeah. I have a map. If you would like to see it, I could share it on the screen.
Yeah.
If you want, that might kind of like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know that Christina lived in Lower East Side for a long time, right?
Yeah,
so you told me you are very familiar with the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. It's trying to tell me to open system preferences. So here, let me minimize it so you can see it a bit better, and I'll scoot it over. But yes, so I was a resident of the East Village for 10 years. And when we decided to purchase here, it was just a very exciting time because it was the first time for me to purchase a home. So it was a very big deal to me, but also I was happy to be in this area where I see so much potential. With the quarantine, I've been going for runs along the waterfront. So it was really, really important to be close to the water. And it's exciting to see all of the changes. I feel like that's the kind of neighborhood that I gravitate towards. And I also saw that there was just such a great investment opportunity here. Even though it's a primary home for me, I feel like anytime you purchase something in New York, you also want to think about it in terms of when you go to resell. So I saw huge opportunity in this neighborhood. It checks all the boxes. You've got the waterfront changes that are happening, which are huge. That is what really set the trend to change on the west side. And that stimulated so much new development there. And now look where we're at in terms of price per square foot and where people are, how much those developments are going for. And so now you're seeing that same, as Kat had mentioned, the city's investing millions into the waterfront beautification. So, you've got that with new piers that have come in. You can see down here, Pier 36, but just beside it is a beautiful new pier, Pier 35, a waterfront park. They've added additional bike lanes. Also the park that Kat had mentioned near Collier's Hook. Pier 42, they've demolished one of the buildings that were there. That's basically like a mini Chelsea pier area. And they demolished a building there and they're going to turn that into a waterfront park. And it's all part of that waterfront revitalization that the city is so adamant and focused on doing. And just in my walks and jogs, over the last few months, and as we're seeing springtime, you can really see how much change is going in there, a lot of natural plant life and things like that. So when you saw the High Line get repurposed, the city repurposed that space and it changed the neighborhood. They're now repurposing this whole space under the FDR, and they've called it the East River Esplanade, and it's really a beautiful experience to have. And you had asked about proximity to Financial District. It's a beautiful walk there. I mean, 15-20 minutes you can be in the Financial District and you get to enjoy the Brooklyn Bridge view, these iconic New York City views, and it's a great feeling. If I didn't live in the building I was working in and I worked in Financial District, I would imagine it would be a pretty incredible walk, from your beautiful home with this incredible view, walking to your office along the waterfront. And you could see the map here. There's the East Broadway subway stop is very close, but we have access to multiple bus lines. I feel like nowadays everybody takes via an Uber. I think, Anne, you were talking about that as well. But that transportation shuttle comes down here to Fulton Street Transportation Hub. You have an easy access from there to Brookfield Place, to the Oculus if you want to do additional shopping. But the restaurants in the neighborhood are incredible. I have friends that are in hospitality that are chefs that come to this neighborhood just for the restaurants. and it's so diverse, you know. Well, it's because if you're in the know, you know the places to go to down here, and, you know, and it is, like Kat had mentioned, very residential. So it's not a lot of tourists that come down here per se. It's really, you know, when people are coming down here to the restaurants and the nightlife, they're coming down here because they know someone who told them that they should come down here. You know, so it still has that, I call it like the New York mystique, you know, because most places are so commercialized, while this particular area is very artistic, creative. It's very unique compared to the rest of Manhattan.
Yeah. Thank you, Christina. 对，我稍微总结一下，Anne 哈，就是刚才我们都在谈说这个大楼的一个地理位置，因为地理位置确实来说的很重要。一个首先就是你到底交通方便不方便，然后周围的设施是不是可以满足生活的基本的需求，然后以后这个地理位置的它的升值的潜力怎么样？那所以基本上人家会从这几个角度去考虑。所以刚才3位嘉宾其实都分享了各自对这个地理位置的这种感受，尤其 Anne 从华人的这个角度会提到说这个区域到底怎么样啊？因为旁边会有大家会觉得说有政府楼。那 Anne 刚才提的2个非常好的一个例子，就是之前2个非常成功的开发商都是在这种比较类似的地点建起来的大楼，现在这个大楼的价值完全是不可同日而语。那 Christina，
我再加入另外一点呢，其实很符合的哈，就是说像这个现在大家都知道57街 57， 大家知道57街是现在全世界知名的 Billionaire Row， 好，亿万富翁楼，
对，
不是百万富翁好了，是亿万富翁好哈。可是呢，你在10几年前到57街晚上去看，这个景观是很不一样的。就是它在发展之前，57街晚上是有点就是说有点很安静这样子啊，但是呢，就是也是这个开发商呢，就是说Extell 进去开的这个第一栋这个157啊，那你现在去理解完全就是这样子了，所以就是说就是张斌就是提供另外一个例子是这样子的，对。
而且我也听到消息说，整个这个下东城就是 Manhattan Square 这个 location 以后会有更多的开发商要进来，相继的要开发新的一些楼盘。那所以这个地理位置的以后的增值潜力真的是慢慢可以预期得到的，对。所以我们下面呢，我们就move on to the next question. What do you think, Anne?
Yes.
对，Yeah. So the next question is for Kat. So the purchase also concerned about the maintenance fee. So you just mentioned the maintenance fee, including the tax and the common charge, is pretty low for the Manhattan Square. So also I know there is not too many buildings has the tax abatement. So could you share some information about the maintenance fee for Manhattan Square?
Sure. So again, like Christina had mentioned, we are averaging about $1.26, $1.28 for common charges and taxes. So the 20-year tax abatement just began last summer. It will expire in 2039. So we still have about 19 years left on the tax abatement, the 421A. The 421A no longer
you just mentioned the common charge and tax, the average is 1.26 per square foot. So what's the standard price for the other buildings? The average.
Right. So on average, a typical new development for common charges and full market rate taxes, you are usually averaging about $3 per foot. So you're talking about double, at least double that. And keep in mind, having 100,000 square feet of amenities, we do have essentially the largest amenities package. So you have all of these amenities, you know, at very low common charges with a tax abatement. You can't get anything better than this, you know, as far as new development goes.
So, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I just post this one. I think easy for everybody to have a general sense. Yeah. 所以呢，我就是这个是他们给我们的一个就是资料，其实大家可以看一下。他的这个就是说就是刚刚问的，就是说每个月哈，就跟他这个是估计的每个平方尺的这个税 ，price per square foot。好 ，the tax property tax， 然后这一个呢是这个管理费 price per square foot， 那两个加起来就是每个月的月费。那我们就是说，在纽约呢，特别是曼哈顿，我们是一个非常数字倾向的一个区。就是房产的everybody when they come into the real estate market in Manhattan, they ask what's the price per square foot. What's price per? So price per square foot is kind of like concrete idea to buyers' mind because we are all very analytical, very financial perspective, thinking. 所以呢，这个呢 ，this chart 呢，就是说刚 Kat， I'm going to jump in to expand this raw, so you can tell. 所以你可以。基本上呢，在曼哈顿呢，以目前的物价水平，还有就是 labor cost 呢各方面来讲的话，在就是full time 就是有门房的大楼呢，平均你的房产税跟那个就是管理费加起来3块钱一个 square foot 是很正常的。So you could actually see 就是说这些很多大楼哈。那3块钱都2块7是在差不多2年前以前的数据了。那现在只倾向于3块一个 square feet， 就是 luxury new development 呢是很正常的。那你可以看到就是 One Manhattan Square。Okay, Kay, I'm going to give it back to you.
Okay, and I do want to make a note that many of these new developments that are listed do not have anywhere near the type of amenities that we offer. So several of these are actually more like boutique new development projects where, they have minimal amenities. So when you come to One Manhattan Square, you can forego, a gym membership. We have the entire 5th floor is a full fitness floor of fitness. And it spans about close to 9,000 square feet of cardio, weight training, and 5 fitness studios that also includes classes. So you can forego a lot of the monthly memberships that you would typically, have to pay for to, live in the building, pay very low common charges, and have access to so many amenities.
Yeah, there's the full lifestyle programming. Extell launched Experience by Extell with One Manhattan Square. So right now, with the shutdown, we're doing virtual flower making or flower arrangement classes and workout classes and things like that. But prior to that, we had built in, lifestyle programming. So top movie screenings, events, and various parties and mixers for the residents to come to with guest mixologists and food and so many different types of activities. This was regular programming throughout the week. And throughout the building, we have multiple communal workspaces too. So if you do belong to a WeWork or something like a communal work share, it's really not necessary to have that additional expense because we have that throughout the building in various levels, different spaces. You could start off one portion of your day working on the club level in the library lounge. And then on your second half of the day, you could be upstairs working in the culinary lounge, So it's, as Kat had mentioned, there's a built-in lifestyle of programming that's all included in the common charges. And there really is no other building that can touch that, like what you're getting with that.
Yeah, 是的，就是说在纽约市呢，在曼哈顿呢，大楼有这样，它有100,000 square feet 10万英尺的一个设施。等于说你都足不出户，特别是像现在这样的就 stay home order 的话，你等于就是说，你除了自己本身，大家在自己一个小小的4面墙里面的 apartment 里面呢，你有这么多的一个就是10万英尺，其实是很多的哈，它真的是什么都有，非常非常好。那你以它这样的设施，你如果是到外面去 gym 的话， 你大概就是其实要200多块的一个 gym membership 了哈，比这个 Equinox 都还比不上 ，Equinox 还比不上的。那我真的是上次去看的时候呢，看到它这个设施，我自己就觉得哇。It is a wow feeling, you know. When I want to maybe you want to show us the amenities level again, but we've done.
I've got some photos, yeah.
我自己本身也有这样一个体会，因为我去这个大楼拍了好几次了，那所以每一次进去以后呢，都是觉得说哇，像走进迷宫一样，因为它的设施真的是很多很多，然后不同的这个区域的空间都可以带来不同的一个感受，而且它你看还有一个品酒室，还有抽雪茄的这个地方，它分得非常非常的细，包括还有一个全部的一个篮球场，这个完全的一个篮球场。所以刚才 Christina 说了，她现在住在里面来说的话，虽然现在有居家令，但是她完全不枯燥，生活非常非常丰富。所以我们经常在描写这个大楼的时候，我们会用一个英文词叫 True Vertic Village. So Christina, it's true?
It's
Vertic Village. Yeah. So you have the experience about the Vertic Village.
I walk around here, honestly, when especially it hasn't worn off. The high hasn't worn off yet, but when we moved in, I felt like I was moving into a luxurious hotel. I love to travel, and when I travel, my boyfriend and I, we love to treat ourselves to staying in a really beautiful hotel, you know, so we get inspiration from our surroundings, and it feels like you're living in a luxurious hotel here. It just, everything about it has such a beautiful, it's elegant and beautiful, but it still has that downtown feeling.
Yeah, I'm going to pop in just as a comparison. So I'm going to just look at this building amenity from the buyer's perspective. 当我们在就是买家在比大楼的时候，when they look at a new development, they don't just look at one Manhattan Square. They look at other new developments surrounding the area, right? So why I think that one Manhattan Square is amenity, they should be really proud of it. Because when I first walked in, we all know that a lot of new development, they offer, you know, the health club, you know, spa treatment, like basketball court, one-setter, pool. However, you really see a development give each section, each amenity, such in a grand scale. 这个是，它不是给你一个就是好像一个名字，我给你今天是一个就是健身房，但是你去看健身房的时候，这个小小的，或是你去这个餐厅小小，或去 business lounge 小小的，你去它这个楼呢，每一个就是amenity 是 function 呢，你就觉得很大、很舒服、很高品质这样子 ，yeah.
Yeah. So it's the 100,000 square feet, right? It's 100,000 square feet. Yeah. Indoor and outdoor amenities. Yeah. So very impressive. Yeah. So
grand is the perfect word for it. You mentioned grand.
Yes. So about the tax abatement, we know it's very important. We mentioned earlier we have you have 20-year tax abatement, and where 421 tax abatement is already started in New York City. So can you tell us that when the tax abatement will end? So for the new buyer right now, they come in, they would know, okay, how many more years I get to enjoy it? 还有多少年？
It expires in 2039. So as Kat had mentioned, we still have another 19 years. It started last summer. And also, I think, Kat, you had mentioned that the 421A has been phased out of the city. We're no longer seeing buildings being awarded this abatement. So when you think about that in terms of whether it's a home that you purchase for primary use that you may resell later, or from an investment perspective, if you should sell like in the next 5, 7, 10 years, you still have a large portion of that abatement left, which will be highly marketable because there will be no other buildings with tax abatements in say 10 years, except for just maybe a handful, including One Manhattan Square, among some other Extell developments.
So also this is question, it's important. People know that in order to have the tax abatement, this benefits the owner get to have, that developer must have to, you must trade in with providing affordable housing. 所以呢，就是说 how is structure, how do you separate affordable housing? It's I mean, we know the building well, but we have to assume that people have not. Are the affordable housing unit, they are part of the building, or how is it, located, and the entrance amenity, do they share the same amenity level? Can you just explain to everybody? 所以我今天问的话就是说，
这个是很多人也很关心的，对。
对 ，maybe 当你可以跟我讲这个中文会比较好一点。
OK。刚才 Anne 问了一个非常重要的一个问题，刚才 Kat 和 Christina 都提到了说这个大楼呢有20年的这个减税，那这个减税是到2039年就到期了，所以你现在搬进去的话来说的话，还有19年的这样的一个这个税务方面的一个非常大的一个优惠。那 Christina 刚才特别提到了说，如果你买了这个大楼，你哪怕5年、6年、10年之内你卖掉的话，你这个大楼还是享受的这个地税的这个优惠，所以到时候你卖出去的时候，你就非常有优势。你和别的一些卖家来说的话，你在这个 maintenance fee 上面你就有很大的一个优势。那 Anne 这边就提到一个非常关键的一个问题，就是说很多现在一些开发商他想去争取到这样 tax abatement， 其实争取不到了。如果你争取到的话，有一个条件就是说，你必须在这个大楼里面你要建一定的单元，是给那些政府的一些 affordable housing 来用的。但是这个大楼呢非常非常的特殊，这个特殊我们还是把这个问题留给 Kat 或者 Christina。
Yeah, so Christina, can you tell us how is the affordable housing unit? It's been, what happens here? Like,
yeah, it's separate, right?
Yeah, is it separate?
It's a neighboring building. Oh, I'm sorry, Kat, go ahead.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
So as Christina had mentioned, we're situated on 2 acres of a footprint, which is really unheard of in Manhattan to acquire that big of a
do you have a picture to show us?
Say again?
You have a picture to show the actual location of the 2 buildings?
I don't know if we have it offhand. So I wanted to say, because we're situated on a 2-acre footprint, we were able to build a separate building. The affordable housing component is, I believe, 205 rentals, and they are situated right next door to us. Keep in mind, we have, separate amenities, so nothing shared, and the property addresses are separate as well.
Yeah, it's simply just a neighboring building. It's very unique with One Manhattan Square that we were able to do this, but again, this is an Extell development, so it's not surprising that Gary Barnett can pull this off. But typically developers would have to incorporate the affordable housing within the building, 20% of the inventory, but we were able to build an entirely separate independent building with their own amenities, and they've got a living rooftop garden. It's a beautiful building, but just right next door. So, and you had asked if amenities were shared. The amenities that we highlighted in this film and everything we talked about, those are all private to One Manhattan Square owners and their guests.
OK, yeah. 所以刚才那个 Christina 和那个 Kat 都解释了说，这个 Extell 这个开发商，因为它非常非常的有名和非常的特别，所以他在建这个大楼的时候，他也想到了人们的这一点，就是说他可能是要为政府要建一些这个 affordable housing， 但是他把2个建筑完全的分开来，那所以说是单独的一个自己的一个门牌，单独的一个进出口，以及单独自己的所有的这个设施，完全和 One Manhattan Square 没有混在一起，是完全2个独立的完全不同的这样一个单元，所以没有完全的干扰，所以这个也是一个大楼非常吸引人的这一点。所以我这样解释对不对？
对的，谢谢。
OK， 是。那现在是不是我们要宣布一下我们这一次讲座的一个最重要的一个讯息？你觉得呢？是不是？
是的，但是呢，我再补充一下哈，就是说以经纪人角度来讲，很多买家还有投资者没有想到的，I'm going to talking from being a broker, if we represent the buyer, what's important for them to think about. One big element, very few people think about the property management company. 开发商，你这个楼 盖进去之后，
管理，
物业管理是什么公司在做物业管理？这个是很重要的，很多买家、很多经纪人没有去想到。It's so important， 因为一个你买进去之后，你买的是开发商交给你的一个品质，好，建造品质。可是你之后这个物业管理公司是怎么管理的？大楼的这个就是board 是怎么选的？好，这个测试是怎么样？这影响到等于说你住进去这一个长久关系。但是身为一个个人屋主的话，你这个是 beyond 你 you control。如果说你去看那个大楼的话，这个后卫是脏的，可是里面很干净很漂亮，那通常我就说这个不是好，这个就不太很好，因为呢，你身为屋主，你很难去影响到你这个就是后卫这个 style 要不要换啊什么之类，或是大楼的这个maintenance crew 他们本身的勤劳程度，所以呢，在这个 One Manhattan Square 呢，它的 property management 是就是 Extell。他们自己本身，所以这是一个很重要的 ，because 就是说Christina, can you tell us about the property management this field? You know that that you were actually Extell is the management company. It's very important. 对
incredibly important. We've all heard horror stories from people who work with other third-party management companies. The great thing is that Extell not only develops they develop their properties, but they also have on-site building management for their properties. And that makes any issues or concerns or anything that, you know, a resident should have, any need to contact management, makes them very accessible. They're on site. So yeah, that's really important to Extell, to have their own management. So that way they can just maintain the integrity of all of their developments, and that really helps with the appreciation and the value of their properties.
Yeah， 这一点是真的很重要。那他们就是说从去年开始，就说 closing 之后呢，搬进去屋主，在这中间呢，就是不到1年的时间呢，我也在观察。看，就是说看这个他们这个 management company 呢跟住户的一个 interaction 是怎么样的哈。那其实一个很重要就是他们 create 一个community feel， 他们常常就是有一些就是因应就是说这个社区就是 character 的一个活动，那就是带来大家一个就是说就是觉得说you have something to really go to it's constant program you know that's wonderful 对。所以呢，我也可以跟大家 share 一下。This is just my own footage about what the event I attend in One Manhattan Square。所以呢，跟大家看一下哈。Wait for a minute. So because I think that when the owner buy into the building, not this one. When you buy into the building, you also want to consider what are important. Somehow, this is not what I want to share. So, okay.
我记得去年的我们的万圣节的这样的一个活动，就是借用了 One Manhattan Square 在里面举办的，对。
是的，是的，对对。I was actually, let me try it again. I think it's a good footage right here. Okay, I'm going to share this about this is actually Extell. The One Manhattan Square. I'm sorry, I'm actually showing you a lot of my.
Oh, the Halloween party for a good cause. I remember that.
I thought that was funny.
So, I'm going to share this with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I need to go back to stop the music 1 second. Sorry. Okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're working from home.
Provider is one example that they have done one of many program, one of many activities have done to make the residents enjoy more being in the community and everything. Yeah, and the cultural thing. Yeah. And so sometimes so in the building we also manage some so 在这个楼里面呢，我们有这个就是房客。就是 send 给我这个 video， 好，我可以讲一下这个房客，等搬进来的话，以投资者角度的话 ，from investor point of view， 投资者角度的话，他看的是升值潜力，还有就是他的那个每个月的就是financial 就是物业，还有他的就是租金可以收多少，他的投资报酬率多少。那因为它本身的它的管理费用低，它的这个就是说421A 哈，就是减税，所以让它每个月的这个 carrying cost 是很低的，但是它的租金呢其实是不低。就是说，那像比方说一房的话，你可以租就4200到4500看你一个不同的楼层这样子。那它这个楼呢，一个很大的特色就是说，它周边的这个没有任何一个建筑物挡到。好，所以说不是你看出去就看到外面的楼挡到了，它所以呢几乎每一个单位呢都是有一个很好的 view 这样子。那你在买楼的时候呢 ，view 本身就是一个 luxury， 就是一个value 所在。那我们这个房客呢，他们也是就是会拍那个 video 传给我，就说 we're so happy in our home， looking out the river 这样子。对，这个房客呢，大家可能一房客，他们本身就是说从这个周边的。Lower East Side 搬进去的，因为呢，它是你在 surrounding neighborhood 是中国城 Lower East Side 哈，就是或是靠近苏尔区，它是唯一一个这么大的一个 luxury with great amenities 一个楼这样。So a lot of people actually move in renters from the area from Lower East Side because we know the area is mostly the low-rise building and you don't find any building with provide this kind of amenities like resort style, so people really enjoy that. I'm paying the similar type of rent, however, I get to enjoy a lot better, amenities and quality and brand new. Yeah. 所以呢，我投资者也是很开心。好，交给你。
I also remember I told Christina, so in the building there is I think it's the best location to watch fireworks. For the July 4th, right? Yeah.
I can show you my view. I have that view. Do you want to see?
Yeah,
yeah. Hold on. Okay. So I have a great view of fireworks here.
Wow.
That's
nice. Yeah.
Perfect for the fireworks.
Perfect. Yeah. So also, we just mentioned at the beginning, so today we will bring the big news. So we just heard the Manhattan Square, there is a big incentive, right, this very special situation. So Christina, could you share this information for us? Yeah.
Sure. So in response to what we're dealing with the coronavirus and doing virtual tours and things like that, we wanted to take an opportunity to tap into those buyers who are accustomed to buying, maybe pre-construction or something like that through floor plans and photos of views and stuff like that. We thought, why not take advantage of this situation and offer a very exciting incentive to buyers. And so for a limited time, Extell is offering up to 20% discounts on all inventory.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's an opportunity time for sure.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to ask Anne, so when you heard this news, what are your actions? Yeah, reactions? 你听到这个消息以后，你是怎么一个反应的？
是一个哇就是说，这个大楼带给这个买家，还有就是说，经纪人的一个a lot of wow factor，when you come So besides its top quality, finishes, top quality team on site, or everybody know that 我们在这个疫情之下，就是大家是一个不确定性，那不确定性下买家是不会行动的，不太愿意行动，但是还是有很多买家是准备好，但是准备好机会点。那我觉得说他这个开发商呢，他是很有眼光，也很有魄力的。因为你看清楚，就是说你这个时候让买家进来的话，你是一个就是说不确定性，那你不确定性下是一个风险，你要给买家一个就是说就是 reward。好，那所以你刚刚讲的说，他现在这个大楼呢，就是说就是将近20%8折的这个折扣，没有听过。在曼哈顿的这个 new development 呢，我们没有听过这个8折的折扣的啊，这个时候我是觉得是很有魄力。你想想看，你这个买3房哈，你8折折扣加上现在低利率 ，very low historic and very low mortgage rate， 这个 421 tax abatement， 就是说减税，还有它大楼因为户数多815户，所以它每个月的套数的平均的这个管理费很低，所以你这4个因素加起来。是非常非常好的买家的一个机会点，这样子，对，所以呢，我们这款之后呢，我就要把这个好消息告诉所有的买家，因为今天呢，就我一个立场就是说，我们不是因为说他今天推出这个就是有这个这么好的折扣啊，还有就是大楼这些就是说数字，那你赶快来买，不是，是在一个基本的一个fundamental value， 这个大楼本身它的品质，它的信誉我们都看到了。那在这样的很好的情况之下，你平常你可能是一个套数就是300多万，你现在变成这样子，所以我们就是说是一个很好的机会，才要把这个消息分享给大家。对。
Okay. So Anne, you just mentioned, so the 20% is for the 3-bedroom units, right?
Yeah.
But for the 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom, So
yeah.
Kat or Christina, do you have any more details about this incentive?
Yeah, the concession.
For example, for the 1-bedroom or for the 2-bedroom, so how much percentage? Kat.
Okay, so it's easier to speak to the sales team regarding the discount ranges, because yes, we can discount up to 20%, and generally speaking, they would be applied towards the 3 bedrooms, the more expensive options. But discount ranges will vary, based off of unit size, the line, what we have left. So there are a lot of factors that come into play. So we don't want to, just give a range and say, that's it. We want to speak to every buyer, every broker to understand what their needs are and what they're looking for and where they really want to land at in terms of discount, and see if we can find, options for them. Is that helpful? I mean,
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. I mean, Christina, if you want to further elaborate.
No, I mean, as Kat said, there are a lot of factors that come into play. So to give a specific range for like a 1 or 2 versus like compared to a 3, there could be some instances where we may discount higher or less. So we want to make every deal work within reason. And so that's why, as Kat mentioned, it's best to speak to the sales representative regarding a specific property, like residence that you're looking at, to get a better understanding.
So can you give everybody the roughly price range, starting price range for the 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom you have right now?
So 1s are really about 1.2 is the starting. On the 2s, we do have a couple options at 1.895, but you're looking more like the 2.1 starting range, really. A few options just under 2 though. And 3 bedrooms begin at 3.5. The unique thing about this building is our 3 bedrooms are all on higher floors too. So spectacular views for those as well.
所以呢，现在是在一个很好的一个，就是说，就是市场啊，就是说，他刚刚讲到的三房啊，其实 a lot of people，empty nesters，就是说我们特别是华人呢，很多就是说小孩长大了，他可能住在长岛，住在这个 New Jersey，长大他就不需要这个 house 了。好，他就开始要搬下来，就是住这个 apartment 的 building 这样子。那等于说你真的是什么东西都不用管，你只要管你这个房子里面的这样子正正方方里面的事情，其他都被服务好了。所以呢，这个是一个很好的，就是说机会点这样子。对，因为我们以前常有买家就说，那我要这样的折这样的折扣，那是不可能的。但是现在呢，就说买房呢，就是有一个机会点，一个因缘机会哈，一个时机，天时地利人和这样子一个机缘。那现在我觉得这就是一个如果说买家是在市场上，你已经在观望，你在看的话，这是一个很好的点。
对，因为讲到这一点的话呢，我也有一些体会。刚才Christina 提到说，这边的新的这个一卧的单元，这个起价是从120万这个起价，所以它的最低的这个一卧的价格120万。但是我们现在去看看整个全纽约市的一些新的楼盘，他们一卧的起价，那基本上应该来说的话，从120起价的应该真的是不多，因为大部分我们看到的都是130、140、150万左右，所以本身这个 One Manhattan Square 的这个定价本身来说的话就比较合理了，对不对 ？Anne 可不可以这样说？所以再有这样一个打折来说的话，那确实是这个开发商必须要很有魄力，因为确实也是他该说这可能是在某个特定的时间内才会有的这样的一个
limited time, right?
Yeah.
Yes. We don't know when it will end.
Okay.
So get your offers in now. Book your virtual tour now. Yes. Talk to Anne.
Yeah, I really think that it's really it's really good, great incentive for the buyer to take action. Of course, if buyer, if they are not under any financial stretch, it's really good entry point. Yeah. So we are going to call, inform all our customers, buyer locally and overseas. Yeah. 真的是非常非常好的。然后呢，真的是以前的买家对于这个地理位置的话，其实真的是不太需要太太 concern。你可能说很比较一般刻板的印象的话，觉得说我这个可能会怎么样哈，但是事实上证明呢，就是说现在的就是说以生活的一个转变呢，你周边的低收入的楼呢，其实不是太大的影响。对。
So, Anne, do you have any question from the audience? So.
No. So I don't think earlier they asked about the bike storage, but. No, right now we don't have it. But if anybody have any question, they can always, contact, Kat, Christina. If you're a broker, but if you're a buyer, contact me. We have
absolutely.
You'll be in great hands. Contact Anne.
Yeah. So basically, we had this the proof of residents in the building. They just share. They were just happy, and also when you walk in the building. Your front desk, the concierge, and it's also very important. It affects how you feel. I had pleasure to get to know their concierge staff. They were just really professional, top tier quality professional. 是他们是把这个你走进大楼之后，他们前面前台人员呢，他们是专挑，不是是从其他楼里面呢专挑这个精选的来进来的。
Okay.
One of can you tell us what other building Extell have in Manhattan that is scale? Besides 157, but I have to tell you, 这个楼的这个大楼冠冕堂皇哈。它的冠冕的程度，我们讲冠冕堂皇4个字，它的冠冕程度其实还比157还好。
I've got something I can share with you that is actually pretty incredible.
Yeah.
You mind if I share the screen?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Because we are not under particular times, constraints, so just want to give more solid information.
So this is hold on, let me move this. this is an ad that we ran, but you can see, and actually you could see Manhattan here. So I've got a couple things to share with you. So this here, Central Park Tower right in the center. And then this is also another graphic to look at where you can see this is Extell's Manhattan. These are, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of the most prolific developers in New York City with an incredible reputation for quality. So, you know, this isn't a small developer that you would be investing your money into, you know, purchasing a home here or an investment. This is a very, very reputable developer. I've got a couple others here. The Orion, Carlton House, ORP, One Riverside Park. We have a video. I can show it to you if you want to see it from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, hold on. The link is not working to share the screen. Hold on.
I mean, I think that people can hear my excitement when I talk about this building, Don.
Yes, of course, yeah.
I talk about it from the being a broker, being an outsider. Just to clarify, I don't work for a developer. People think that there are actually some buyers think that I work for a developer. I said no, I'm not. Just to clarify. However, I'm just sharing my opinion and feedback to the buyer, whether you're looking for primary residence or as investors.
Mm-hmm. So I've got, it's a short video, but I'll show this to you guys.
It's not just about creating great buildings, it's about creating a great lifestyle for people. When you come home, we want you to feel great. We want you to relax. We want you to have a great lifestyle.
Excellence and intelligence, that's where they came up with the name Extell.
Yeah, the views are incredible. We're creating beautiful buildings in New York City, and we're contributing to the skyline, and I hope we're helping to beautify New York City.
All right.
Christina, so far the video we showed amenity label. Do you have? Can you share about the inside the apartment? Because people didn't get to see the inside the apartment.
The video for inside the homes. Give me one moment.
Right. Okay.
Here's a beautiful one.
它大楼结构 what you're looking for, I just check along. 它大楼结构是一个 Z 的这个形状。那所以 okay.
Oh, you could continue. You go ahead. I'll wait for you to finish.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's one of our larger residences, the part of the Skyscape collection. I'm going to show you a 2-bedroom here. But the thing to note when you're looking at these, whether you have a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, or our most expensive 3-bedroom, the finishes are beautiful throughout. Each one has a customized feeling. I'm just going to jump forward from this because we saw this already. Okay, here we are. This is a 2-bedroom A-line.
Also, what's nice about the building is that it doesn't matter which unit you buy, there's always view. There's city view, there's water view, there's different exposure. Yeah.
So also I remember there is the 2 different color tone for the internal designer, right?
Yes, we've got a light and a dark color package. So those are designated according to like even and odd number floors. But you'll have a light cabinetry and a light color flooring on even numbered floors, and then a darker millwork in the kitchen, and then darker floor, like a darker rich brown. So one is very rich and the other is very light.
And in the kitchen, so it's, cooking is important for our Chinese community, right? Especially stay home now, everybody become a big chef. So the ventilation in the kitchen, the range hood, it's a vented out or internal circulate.
Kat, do you wanna?
So we, outside of the penthouse residences and the J-line 3-bedrooms, everything else, they do recirculate, but Mila has the best recirculating fan, and it's super powerful and very easy to clean.
Yeah, it's powerful. And all the unit has washer and dryer, just to answer the people's question, because we know there are some new development, depends on the size. Some new development, they don't, it's not necessary. Every unit has a washer and dryer. Yeah. So all the units have washer and dryer.
Every residence has a washer and dryer.
Yeah. And what is the mix of the apartment mix, the combination of these 815 units? 这个大楼的这个房子的户数的组合。
Well, we're basically like a third, not even quite a third of the building is 3 bedrooms. And then the remaining 1s and 2s are, it's not quite 50-50. We have a few more 1s, but there's a majority of 1 and 2 bedrooms with the 3-bedroom options. And those, again, as I mentioned, they begin on a higher floor. They start on the 33rd floor, but we see an introduction of even more options on the 3-bedroom side that we introduce on the 57th floor.
Okay. And then what's the purchase process and the lenders you have? And do you have any lender for the like foreign nationals?
Yeah. We have building pre-approval through HSBC as well as East-West Bank.
East-West, 华美，华美银行是可以做外国人贷款的。
Okay.
We have a handful of others as well, but for foreign nationals, yeah.
So
在这边来讲的话，你应该是不是特别给一些海外的有兴趣的一些买家来说一下，购买这个 One Manhattan Square 来说的话，他们其实也是可以利用贷款的，对不对？因为现在确实来讲，很多的一些海外买家他还不了解说，在美国这边购买房子，他们可不可以用贷款，以及他们的购买有没有一些什么限制？其实应该是没有的，对不对？
对的，因为他讲到就是说，East West Bank，华美银行呢是在就是说少数几家做外国人贷款的银行之一，这样子。对，那因为呢现在就是说，因为大楼已经完成了，已经就是 closing 了，其实呢贷款就不会就相对一些就是说新new development 呢，就是你还没有完成多少层数之前，他们是不贷的。所以呢，我想就是以一个买家的立场，你如果需要贷款的话，这不是一个太大的考量，这样子。对，还有另外一个就是说，现在的贷款利率呢是真的是很低，不管你是 local 还是就是 foreign national 的话，这个时候这个是我想是非常非常难得的一个时期机会点这样。So for the purchase process right now, in order to grab those incentive, good price, good value, the union mostly finished. And yes. What is the closing timeline would be allowed?
Well, these are immediate occupancy. So the building all of the purchases are available for immediate occupancy. To take advantage and maximize the discounts, this would be for an immediate purchase. So average closing time is 30, 45 days, but some people have closed faster.
I see, okay. And so there's actually people, I asked one question, I forgot. So One Manhattan Square has the rent to own program. Mm-hmm. Can you also tell us how it works? 这个大楼有这个，就是说，让你先租，然后再买，请他们解释。
Sure. The discounts, this promotion would not apply to rent to own, but rent to own, basically, a purchaser can opt to sign a lease for 12 months, and in that process, about at the 6-month marker. If they decide they would like to move forward and purchase the residence that they're in, they can initiate the purchasing process, close by month 12, and a full year of rent will apply towards their purchase price. Pretty straightforward. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, Dan, do you have any other questions?
我可以解释一下刚才那个，因为很多人可能还不太了解说 rent to own 是什么意思。就是说这个大楼其实有一个非常多的一些让很多买家可以灵活选择的这样一个机会。所以你刚刚开始你在12个月之内呢，你还没有决定说这个大楼到底适不适合你，但是你可以先租进去，先住下来体验一下，对不对？如果说在12个月中间你觉得说，哎，真的这个大楼真的不错，我想买下来的话，那就是你付的这12个月的租金可以作为今后你购房的价格的其中的一部分，对不对 ？Anne 是不是我这样理解是对的？
对。
Okay. So Christina, you just mentioned so we can't combine all the incentive together, right? So before right. You have by the 3 bedrooms, so have the 10 years coming charge a wave. No combine.
That was last year. Yes. So, yes, we are looking, and how that was applied was as a closing credit. So when we're talking about this discount up to 20%, we will also look at doing, that's a net discount of, whatever we negotiate on would be the net discount, and we would apply part of that as a closing credit. So they could absolutely use that to cover closing costs, transfer taxes, city and state, mansion tax.
Okay. It's very important for Anne, right?
Yeah. So I guess it's we pretty much cover all the ground. Before we finish release up, I think there are some people who probably didn't get to see the video in the beginning. So maybe I'm just gonna play it again. Mm-hmm. Is it good? Don, do you have any other questions?
No. Yeah, I think the Kat and Christina answered all the questions. Yeah.
And to go along with the incentive program right now, I'm going to also throw in the program that from me.
You're going to buy.
For all the investors, for the investor, when you purchase right now in One Manhattan Square, I'm going to throw in 1 year free property management.
Oh, common charges?
Yeah,
I just heard that ding too. That happened.
Oh, you're going to throw in 1 year of common charges in.
Yeah.
Property management.
I'm going to throw in 1 year of free property management.
Oh, free property management. That's
Management,
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's very
For
helpful.
investors, yes.
Yes, I'm very selective. All my the buyer investor, they love try my service because it's very that personal approach is they very responsive. They know everything what's going on. So I would throw in this for 1 year free property management. But I'm not talking about any buyer is I'm talking about transaction done from us.
Yes.
Of course.
但这一段很重要啊，就是你要跟那个大家用中文说一下。
哦，对，就是说也因应了这个机会的，就是说我也利用这个机会，如果说您现在就是买房的话，投资者的话，我会给你1年的免费的物业管理。1年免费帮你管理物业，就是说，因为其实这是很重要。身为投资者，我们其实跟另外一个讲说物业管理的重要性。那等于说你就可以身无就没有什么任何的忧虑这样子，对。
Okay.
那通常在曼哈顿的物业管理呢，平均大概是6到10%，你每个月的就是房租的一个费用这样子，对。
所以这个案也是说，在目前特殊的形势下，给一些投资人这样的一种回馈，对不对？如果你信任案的话，因为案确实是管理很多的一些投资人的出租的房子，比如说如何收租金啊，平时租客有任何的问题，那案都会提供这个最全方位的一个服务。所以你就是身在海外来讲，你做一个远程的房东，你都没有 headache。对不对？
对，
对，
是的，这个物业管理这块是很重要的。好，那我就再 play 一次那个 video tour 这样子。
好，那我们就要结束今天的这个。
对，非常谢谢非常谢谢大。So I'm going to play again about the tours, about the building. So okay, 1 second. One second. Okay, this I'm going to play again before we say goodbye.
It's a Halloween party.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you,
guys.
John.
And could you put the 4 of us on the middle screen? I want to take the picture.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
We are on the middle screen right now.
Yeah. No, put the 4.
I think you have to hit gallery view.
Yeah.
You have to hit on the top corner, right-hand corner, Don. Click on gallery view.
Yeah. Click on the gallery view.
Yeah, it's gallery view. What do you see on your side?
I think you have to do it on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a photo of us.
I love it. We're all taking photos. 1, 2, 3. Everybody take a photo.
Okay, yeah. Christina, you can share to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you share the picture to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So once again, let me take the one that I love Zoom talk because we can be very informal and informative and spontaneous, you know.
One more, Kat, your eyes were closed.
Oh.
Okay, great, wonderful. Okay, so wish you the great success about this, program. It's a great, amazing building. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
I can't wait to see you guys in the building again.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.